Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Well, usually we'll do a anime death match breakdown, but today we're giving you guys a special type of video because why? There has been a momentous moment that has happened in Dragon Ball. If you're not sure what that is, you shouldn't be watching this video. If you have watched the latest episode of Dragon Ball Daima episode 18, you would have seen that after 30 years, Super Saiyan 4 is back in Dragon Ball. So myself and Craftsman, tell them what it is.
Hey, how you doing? It's Craftsman Tim, and I wasn't expecting it. At the same time, I was expecting it, but no matter what you thought, even if you heard of it before the episode came out, what we saw, it was nothing that you would even expect, man.
I hear you, sir, and it was really, really exciting. So, guys, what we're about to do here is we're going to give you more of a shot-by-shot breakdown with our input as we lead up to Goku transforming into Super Saiyan 4 for the first time after 30 years. So, we will be diving into that fight, Goku versus Gomah, leading into Super Saiyan 4. So let's get straight into it. So Craftman, we already see that this follows up from the previous episode where he's just turned Super Saiyan, and he was having a bit of a standoff with Gomah. So I think we were both excited to see what actually happened. So we're about to find out. So let's get into it. Oh,
that was dope.
See, that was pretty good.
I thought he was about to power up some more when he did it.
See, Gomah wasn't even expecting. Look at this. Look at the serious face on there. Like, when was the last time we've actually seen Goku that serious in terms of a fight?
Jiren Super when he went MUI. That was probably the last time we actually saw when Jiren went to go attack his friends. Other than that, we don't see Goku this serious.
Yeah,
I don't even think he was this serious when he fought Fat Boo in Super Saiyan 3.
That's because what I was thinking as soon as you said Jiren, is like, Jiren wasn't trying to blow up the world. It was just a tournament. But here, there's an actual threat where Goku's seeing that Gomah's about to actually destroy the whole of existence, really. And I've just not seen him that serious with this exact face where he's just not messing around.
Yeah, nah, for sure. This might be the most serious we've seen him in series for sure. It might be even a little bit more serious than the MUI moment, but nah, for sure. This is the top 3. Like, Goku's pissed.
Yeah, I can feel it even just by looking at it, and that's just good animation as well. Just being able to capture those emotions. So let's just dive back into as he's just punched Gomah in the gut. Gomah can feel it right there.
Yeah, that definitely just shows how much stronger he is right now.
He's moving quicker.
Yeah. That was a good little, key spam.
Just the good key exchange. Just
good Dragon Ball choreography.
We see the Tamagami. We see the Takagami number 1 getting involved. He's all and Majin Du. They're getting involved. I'm not too sure what they were planning on doing there, but yeah.
Which kind of, from the last episode that we watched, kind of, I feel like supports me saying those are the top 3 fighters right now: the Tamagami, Du, and Goku, because they're constantly the 3 that are in action against Gomah.
Oh, but then what about, because Goku and Vegeta both Super Saiyan 3? Wouldn't Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 put him in there?
I think Vegeta's a close 4th, but the fact that, well, we'll see later on, I think, it kind of supports that Du and the Tamagami one are stronger than Vegeta.
Okay, I hear that, and I think so they come in to back up Goku. Let's see how let's get into it. So now it's like a 3-on-1, just,
and Gomah's handling it.
Gomah is handling.
Like, because they're still not doing any real damage to him.
No. So now we've. So we see Aku has now just somehow gone back and got this big chocolate bar, because he's obviously, Du has this hunger for sweet things that give him a power boost, which is in line with the line with the margins from Fat Boo to Super Boo to Kid Boo. Just, well, maybe not so much Kid Boo in terms of eating chocolate and stuff, but yeah, so it was quite interesting. Question is, where did he get that giant chocolate cookie? That's another question.
He left, and in like 1 second, he was right back with a giant cookie. I wasn't expecting it. I honestly kind of thought they were going to fuse right here, but when they came back with the cookie, I was crying weak, man.
These two are actually my favorite in the whole of Daima. At first, when they first showed up, I was just like, oh, I'm not gonna like them. But I think in terms of just their personality, not from and their contribution from a personality standpoint, not a physical standpoint. I mean, they can throw hands. Obviously, they're not as strong, but they can throw some hands. But I think just who they are, personality wise, has kind of pulled me in. So yeah, so I'm in.
Top is Glorio.
Yeah, Glorio. Yeah,
he got introduced. I was just like, yeah, he's my favorite one of like new introduction.
He's got a lot of questions to answer in episode 19. So I look forward to that. So you guys, hey, if you like what you're seeing right now, make sure to subscribe. Because hey, you all want to know what me and Craftman have to think, what me and Craftman think about what Glorio's done, towards the end of the episode. So if you want to find out our thoughts for episode 19 of Dragon Ball Daima, make sure to subscribe on Craftman and Ginyu Talk Network channel. So yeah, let's get straight back into it. So he's come back with a giant cookie. He's gonna give.
Do. And he threw a curveball.
Yeah. So he's obviously eating up the chocolate, and now he's joined Goku. See, this was funny where he just decided to just copy him.
Yeah. I was not expecting this at all. When I saw this, I was like, are you serious? We're getting Super Saiyan 3 do?
See, this I did not expect as well. It's like, it was funny at the same time, but it's like, obviously it didn't, other than the chocolate itself, it didn't really, the growth of Doo's jelly hair doesn't really enhance its power like it does Goku. Yeah. But it was a good, funny little clip.
It's very Toriyama comedy.
Yeah. I can see that. It was really, really interesting. But let's see what happens next. He's copying him even with the pose and everything.
Yeah. What kind of magic did they use? That's still they consider key magic.
So they're going in. So I like his I like Doo's techniques.
Yeah. It's like it's its own twist on what Majin Buu used to do.
Yeah.
And then he just ends up tossing him.
See, just
uppercut to oblivion
with the hands.
Yeah. But it's kind of not even doing anything to him for real. It's just like overwhelming him.
It is, and just basically now we see the power up is just it's just worn off. Typical sugar.
It's a quick, Super Saiyan 3 is a quick decline. So I thought that was funny too. Like, oh, he has the same side effects.
Yeah. No, I didn't think about that actually. Yeah, because the reason why they don't use Super Saiyan 3 a lot is while it's strong, it drains a hell of a lot of energy really, really fast. So just also the fact that it was also put in with those same parameters makes it really, really exciting. But it's really, really funny, sorry. But also the fact that like typical sugar gives you a massive high for a short period of time, and you just crash and burn.
Yeah, even think about Sugar Rush thing. That's funny.
So I mean, he played his role. He did what he needed to do, and fair play to him. So we thank him for his service on that front.
I find it interesting though that he doesn't have as high as a stamina reserve as Boo, because Boo seemed like he almost had infinite reserve of energy, but Doo. It seems like he has a limit.
Yeah. Who knows? There is still the possibility of that fusion. Maybe that fusion will, if it does happen, will eliminate these weaknesses that he has.
Oh yeah, I'm about to put my predictions for next episode on
Ah,
Instagram, man. So I got
yeah.
I got
No, don't you worry, guys. So if you want to see Craftman's predictions on that, make sure to follow him on Instagram. I will be including all the information to his Instagram. So yeah, make sure to get in touch on that. So yeah, so just now that he's obviously out of power, now let's have a look to see what happens next.
the cookie wore off. I'm weak. He hit him with the Team Rocket.
So now it's just Goku and the Takagami.
But see, I mean, I can't tell if they're actually doing damage or just overwhelming him with speed.
Yeah. See, now he's just.
That was like a Conqueror's hockey blast from One Piece. That's what that reminded me of.
Yeah, because I mean, to be fair, maybe he was actually feeling the damage because he's obviously gotten to that point where he's obviously had enough and he's had to release this amount of energy now. So I mean, he was probably feeling the heat, maybe not to a considerable level where it was worrying him, but he was feeling it enough to the point where he was just like, I need to get rid of this. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying the eye itself. I mean, we've had a couple of. For people that don't know, we've had a few members on certain channels on other lives where they've claimed or suggested that the eye could Gomah with the eye could beat Beerus. But hey, that's another discussion for another day.
That's not a discussion at all. I would never discuss that. Nope.
Well, I'm being polite, saying it's a discussion for another day, hoping that it never comes up because it's not happening. But hey, we love all the people that contribute and get involved in the conversations of Dragon Ball. But hey, maybe that's a bit extreme though. But yeah, so so the eye is obviously he's activated the eye. And he's kind of moved Goku and the Takagami out of range for a bit. Let's have a look to see what happens next.
All right.
That's like some version of the Mazin Kozaho. He's out here just shooting with the eye.
Yeah, it is.
Listen.
It's like a stronger tri-beam pretty much. Yeah. That's that was to me. And then this is where
I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely felt when we got to this situation, I started to feel I really became concerned about Goku. The stakes I actually felt the stakes. I was like, ooh, could he actually lose? Because Gomah was really throwing down some hands without any mercy.
Yeah, see, I didn't have that feeling because I already knew what was coming up, and I knew that you didn't. So it is kind of a little bit of a different feeling, right? Yeah. It did feel kind of crazy seeing Super Saiyan 3 Goku getting dog walk, though. It did feel crazy seeing him just end up, because we never seen 3 get washed.
Yeah. But hey, this is the fun. I mean, I stayed off the internet. And like I said, and as you said, that's what I felt. And obviously you managed to catch a few glimpses of things to come. So, but hey, it was really exciting. It's been a good episode. So Goku's obviously getting packed up for the time being. Let's see how he reacts. This guy, he's playing basketball and now he's playing football with him.
That was clean. I'm not gonna lie. That down punch was clean.
See, I genuinely felt really bad for him.
Bigger he is than him.
And we get the blasts coming in. Goku really had it rough. Goku really had this. It may not be his worst pack up session, but he's had it rough in this episode.
Yeah, he has. Honestly, this is it's rough to see too. Honestly, because I don't think in the series we've ever really seen Goku getting packed up like this in his strongest form. Like, honestly, we've never seen him really get. I don't even think we saw him in Super getting packed up like this. I understand Zamasu was dealing some damage to him and all this other stuff, but this is it feels like bullying at this point in time.
Agreed. Let's jump back straight into it.
And you know, it doesn't help that Goma's just been doing this for a whole like episode and a half at this point in time.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder what Neva sees whenever they go Super Saiyan 2 or 3, like, because he always has like a look of intrigue or like he knows something.
Yeah. He's like I said, he's one of the wisest or the best Namekians. I think he's sort of, it would be good to see what he sees from his standpoint.
Yeah.
Do you know how cold he is? He just shows up here.
Not caring at all.
Not caring.
Like,
he's ignoring Gomah completely.
Yeah.
See, when I saw this, I thought he was healing him.
Oh, really? Yeah. No,
then I saw this bit.
This animation goes crazy. This is movie style animation. And here we go.
Just DNA. That's what I'm saying. I think whatever he's done is an acceleration of potential where Guru can unlock the potential. I think this was accelerating it. So he knew that, while Goku never knew he could turn Super Saiyan, when the
Like,
anger popped through, it pushed him through. And I think this is something similar where Never's just accelerated his energy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Some type of potential unlocked. But I also feel like not Gomah, but Neva knew that this could happen. Because then I think that's something like he's encountered a Saiyan before. I'm not too sure. Yep. It's like I feel like he knows this could happen, which kind of makes me feel like this is the form that Yamoshi went into.
Yeah. And then just look at these eyes. These eyes, like, I don't know. I wasn't too sure, and I'm curious to see to hear what you think, Craftman. It's like, what do these eyes represent to you? Because I don't know. At first, I was thinking, is it a straight killer, or is it primal? Like, just so when you look at these eyes.
At first, I thought, I talked trash about the Demon Key. I think either on the live or with you last episode. But this is what I was thinking, like, did he give him like some type of demon form? Because I was trying to see the ears to see if they pointed out. But I kind of feel like it's the primal. That's what I think it is. I know people are going to call it Super Saiyan 4 just because of the relation of design, but I feel like it's probably like more of, 4 is more primal, but that's what I feel like it is. It's like him going primal.
Yeah, I can see that, because I just, at first I was thinking, could it be rage? Obviously he is angry, but like, it was just, we've never seen this kind of visual in the transformation itself. So there's obviously so much for us to digest and dissect. But it's really getting interesting, just jumping straight back into it.
Yeah.
So obviously now it's like it takes full form.
Because I feel like there's a chance it could be Daima's form of God Key because of the relation of the red hair.
It could.
I do think Daima will be a standalone series.
Yeah, we're getting this power up. We're seeing him power up. Just here, a clear visual of the transformation itself. He seems like one of those little Mighty Mice, one of those Mighty Mouse guys, short and stocky but strong as hell kind of thing.
And I'm glad they kept him in this form instead of doing what GT did, how he was a kid, but when he went 4, he became an adult. I like the fact that they kept him as a kid. I like the way that the hair is the same color as the fur, and I like his forearm and hand design. Like, I think that's, I haven't seen too many people talk about it. I think that's a key feature of this design is his, his hands and his forearm.
Yeah. No, I hear you. But the thing also, the question now, I have a question here for you, is we see that what Never's done has accelerated him to this point now where he skipped, the initial process where in GT where he had to turn into the big golden ape, master the control, and then become Super Saiyan 4. Do you think eventually when he is able to transform into Super Saiyan 4 himself without any acceleration or any boosts from anyone, do you think that they're going to follow that same procedure, or is the golden ape fully out the equation now?
Hmm. I think it might be out of the equation because we didn't even see that type of like mental imagery that we
Yep.
saw when he went forward, where he, went ape and then shrunk down to like a fetus type
Yep.
position and
Yep.
all that other stuff. I don't think Ozaru has anything to do with this. Honestly, I do think I think this is what the Saiyans used to look like.
Sure. Okay. That's an interesting one. But then the only thing here is, if the Azara is not needed, why the tail in the first place? Because the tail could have
Well,
been
no,
taken.
I mean, I'm not saying like they didn't like Ozaru still didn't play like a key aspect to what a Saiyan was, right?
Sure.
But I feel like I guess it could be like tapping into the Ozaru energy without actually becoming an Ozaru. I could see that after talking about, thinking about it and stuff. But I just feel like this is more of. I feel like this might be like, of course, it's all headcanon, but the original Super Saiyan God form. Like,
Yeah.
like I think like the design, if you turned it all black hair, I think that's what the Saiyans used to look like.
Okay, I could see that. I hear that. But yeah, so we see the first clear actual moment itself. I mean, he's obviously he's retained retained the initial orange pants that he had, the shoes and everything, and then obviously everything else is kind of furred out. So I'm really excited just to see what else happens here, because it was really good. I was really loving the transformation itself. I mean, shout out to Anime Addict. I'm pretty sure when he saw it, he was probably flipping his lid, because
Oh yeah,
yeah,
he,
yeah.
if you saw his reaction to it, his mic peaked really hard.
Nah, I will definitely, yeah, I'll see if we can one day get him on one of these breakdowns. Cool. And then as he just jump back in, says, see what happens with Goku. So look at that beautiful form.
hmm Dragon Ball doesn't miss with transformations. I'm letting you know that, like, it doesn't miss with, it never disappoints with transformations. I think,
This old man, he knows too much.
yeah.
Like, there is some. I mean, we're not going to go too deep into it, because I think we're going to have to touch back at some point, because I think we need to talk about Never, because this old man, he's the epitome of a sly old fox.
He
That's
knows
who.
he knows something because he's like at least a millennia old. Like
Yeah.
he knows something. I personally think he has a connection to Zamala in some shape or form. Like he might be like as old as Zamala, new Zamala type shit. Like
Hmm.
uh who knows though? I mean it just we haven't seen somebody of this caliber that's uh the last person we've seen of this caliber in the universe was Zuno, the
Yeah.
all-knowing being, right? Uh,
Hmm.
but for someone like in the making, especially, like he knows something for sure.
He does, and I I look forward. Yeah, we'll need to do another. We'll definitely be doing a video about him, because he's got so much potential. Well, not potential, but he's got so much tricks in his bag, and yeah, we need to discuss more about him. So just see, he's obviously looking like a proud father, saying, "Look at my handiwork. Let's see what happens next." See, he's obviously Goku's obviously a bit surprised that the tail's coming out.
Haven't seen that one since he was
Yeah,
what?
he's like, I haven't seen that, but now it's back to business. Gomah is obviously stepping up their levels. Look,
Here I go. Yeah, this was a
so
dope.
it's like,
I
look
like
at
the fact
peak
that he didn't
animation.
really, like. I like the fact that he didn't really like acknowledge it for real. Like he did, but it was like, okay, it's time.
Look, he's pushing him back. Look, he's now. At first, he was getting packed up, but now after this power boost, or he's now holding back Goma in some aspects here. Just look at this. Look at Goma's face, because he's struggling now.
Yeah, He definitely is. He's having a hard time pushing. And I did cut you off a little bit earlier, but the animation was flawless.
It's beautiful. Let's see what happens next here as they continue to fight.
Look, he made him lose balance too.
He's handling him like a rag doll.
He threw him like Mario throws Bowser in 64. Yeah, Gomah can hang with him.
Just blow. He's Goku's dishing, blows back now.
And that's a chest punch. You ever been punched in the chest before? That shit hurt.
But another question here is like the more stress that Gomah's put under, do you think the eye gives him more power? Because when he starts being overwhelmed, it seems to be nullifying whatever his shortcomings are to at least on par, bring him back on par on whoever's attacking him, eventually making him stronger than whoever's attacking him. Look, every time he activates it here, his power keeps elevating.
Yeah, I think the eye gives him the buff that he needs to match. I think
Sure.
I think he might have some control of it, but I somewhat think it's almost like a subconscious type of thing.
Yeah.
But I also wonder if it comes with some pullback to it, like a negative, like maybe like I know it didn't say it, but like a draw on his body type of thing. Like if he uses it too much, will like his body kind of go into shock.
Sure. So yeah, so like I said, as you said, he's getting this buff up. Because I'm concerned because now the more this happens is if we do get a fusion, how much stronger when Goku and Vegeta eventually fuse or if they fuse and they become even more powerful, how much more power does the eye have to give Gomah? So I'm very curious and kind of concerned about that.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't even know what the multiplier for the bug fusion is.
Yep.
So it might be like a ×2, like just take Goku now and multiply it by 2, or it might be something completely different. Because we know fusion can go either way. Either way, it's a crazy buff.
Yeah. And so let's jump back here and see where Gomah's at now.
You can never go wrong with telekinesis. Now this was ill. Him running like a ape, that was ill.
Yeah.
I thought that was dope too. That was just aura farming there. He did a whole flip just to throw it. Like he didn't have to do that.
Yeah, he's standing tall. See, Gomah's breathing heavy now. Like,
this is why I give Glorio like second MVP behind Neva.
Yeah,
because he was the first to jump in.
Everybody was
like,
I love how Ku is just saying Goku.
I still don't know how Vegeta got so hurt. Was he the closest one to that blast last episode or something? I don't understand it.
He always catches strays so you see everybody's jumping back in. This was like previous episode where they all shot the same beam and then so they've just had this again. Everybody's getting involved. But
and doing the classic clashing. Ooh.
Oh, that was a good combination. At first, when he was leading up to that, I thought he was going to get ready to do like a dragon fist.
Yeah, right. I wonder if he's going to finish him with like a dragon fist type attack like he did King Piccolo. Yeah, he's going feeling it now. I don't think he's eating these now, but he doesn't have any like noticeable damage. I don't know if you've noticed that, but he doesn't have any battle scratches.
No. I respect Lorio for he's getting involved.
Like I'll be honest with you. I know that this was kind of like supposed to like build up to what happens at the end, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's so weird that Glorio was like acting like that towards Goku. I know Goku has that effect, but it just seemed it seemed like it was kind of something different. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but it's like, why in the world did he look and was like Goku and was the first one to run in? You know, like it could be
But
the
that's always been
Goku.
Goku. That's always been Goku because he you know, people have always started off not liking him, but eventually he just draws you in. You know, you see that maybe he is this so-called pure soul, if you will, and it kind of, you know, rubs off on you, you know, as he kind of gets you to gravitate towards him.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think, you know, like I said, I might have just been looking too deep into it, and it was one of those things like Goku won him over for
Yeah.
what I think we're going to get next episode. You know, so
This is what we can look too deep into things. This is why we love Dragon Ball, because we can get to do this stuff. So yeah, so we can see that Gloria is obviously powering up. He's getting ready to shoot some type of energy beam. Let's see where he gets with it. Oh, he's bringing out the special beam cannon.
yeah, love it.
But I didn't think it was going to be strong enough there, because he's always needed a lot of time to power it up to make it as strong. Unless he's obviously learned something over the years to get a quick amount of boost with less time.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely mastered it, but we do know the longer he holds it, the more powerful it'll be. So I'm telling you, man, Glorio's the GOAT, dog.
Goku bringing in.
Leading up to this part, I was literally saying if he doesn't hit him with a Kamehameha, it's not official.
Just as the eyes glow red, he just says, "Kami."
I do think Gon was the first person to hit in the middle of Kamehameha.
Yeah. But I've always said he doesn't technically need to say the words. He can fire the beam without saying the words.
We've seen him do it before. I mean, we've seen him shoot Kamehamehas out of his feet. I think it might be like, and in the Tournament of Power, all he said was "ha," right? I think it's just like a charging up type of thing. This really had me like worried for a second right here.
On the flip,
I saw that. I just got chills seeing it again. I've seen this fight maybe 3 or 4 times already.
Yeah.
And
he looked unconscious for a second there.
Yeah. And that roar was something special. That surprised me right there. The flame Kamehameha. Like, where did the flames come from? And then that's the fight right there, right?
Yeah. Wow. You never until you actually see the end. It's never the fight there.
Oh yeah, nah, for sure.
See, I love this aesthetic. It's like the eye, even though it was within the hole itself, like there was just the hole.
I thought for a second he was going to come out looking like a Boo or a Majin, like because that's kind of the similar thing that we saw when they created Ku and Do, was that like bubble type thing. This was crazy.
Because
now he feels like an even bigger threat. And
see, but then the question now is, why is it always like, it's like, why does he always have to grow in size to become more stronger? Like,
because I think it's his body trying to hold all the ki, I think. You know, I think it's one of them type of things. Or it could have just been a design choice to show he's gotten stronger.
No, I appreciate that. That could be interesting. And let's just see where Gomah's at now with this. Because he's just I think we're just getting to the point where I just don't think Gomah can sustain the eye.
You know, I'm pretty sure they're going to have to break the eye.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's going to be what is, going to have to end up happening. They're going to have to somehow attack the eye.
Yeah.
I
See,
thought
look.
the
Yeah, sorry to cut you off here.
no, I was just saying that was dope that he did that.
And then, as I was saying, with the eye, it just gets to that point where it just keeps growing stronger. And now it's got to that point. Look, it's just sucking out all the energy. He's gone from 4 to 3, to just Super Saiyan, and now back to base.
Yeah, but notice it didn't even hurt him when it was doing it. It just stripped him of his power. Which I wonder if Gomah took the power.
So with that said, guys, yeah, make sure to give the channels a subscribe. So that's Skin You Talk Network, and that is Craftsman Tim. Make sure to drop some comments in there. You know, we'll be monitoring them. Let us know what you guys want us to break down next, and anything that you think we've missed out, and that our eyes were just too preoccupied, looking at Aransu when she came in. So just let us know what we've missed.
I know I was looking at a Rinsboo.
Let us know what we've missed, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode.
Peace out.